Are you thinking about buying a multifamily in the Bay Area? Here are a few things to look out for. Let's look at the rent roll. Let's look at the building expenses. Of course, you want to know the area in which you're buying and tenant profiles. We are here in the Bay Area. Tenant rights are a little different. Okay, if you're looking to invest in multi-unit properties in the Bay Area, of course, you need to know the rent roll. The rent roll is direct correlation to the value. Now, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're receiving market rents. And if you're not receiving market rents, you definitely want to know what those rents are, okay? Because here in the Bay Area, you cannot buy a building and just increase the rents to market. And we'll go more into detail about that. When buying multi-unit properties, you have to take into consideration the expenses it takes to run your building. Now, you're gonna have your mortgage, but that's gonna be based on how much money you put down when you purchase. You're gonna also have your property tax. You're gonna have your insurance. Insurance is a hot topic right now. We're in California. Make sure the building's insurable. Oh yeah, we're in Oakland. We have what's called a RAP fee, rent adjustment program fee. For every unit that you own, you owe $101 to the city of Oakland. Now, when I bought a building in 2018, that fee was $25, so it's increased substantially. Then we're gonna have our utilities. You're gonna have garbage, you're gonna have water, you're gonna have PG&E. Sometimes, your separate meters. If they're separate meters, that's good for you. That means that your tenant can pay. You're not paying that. Keep that in mind. When you're investing in multifamily properties in the Bay Area, you have to take into consideration your tenant profiles. Do you have protected tenants? Do you have tenants that are pending litigation? Do you have Section 8 tenants? And this is why I say this. Now this building here, there's a tenant that's paying $1,135. Now whoever buys this building, they can't come in here and just increase their rent to about $2,500, which is what market is. They can only increase it by the CPI. That's a consumer price index that Oakland allows every March of every year. Now, another question to ask yourself when it comes to tenancy and the expenses of the building and who pays what, you have to take a look at what we call the estoppel. Now, the estoppel is completed by the tenant, and on there, you'll know your tenant's deposit, you'll know your tenant's monthly rent, you'll actually know what your tenant owns in their unit. The refrigerator, the stove, the oven. Those are things you want to know if you plan on buying a building in the Bay Area. Last but not least is location. This is real estate. It's all about location, location, location. Now, right now, I'm in the Laurel district of Oakland, California. I'm right in between 580 and 13. Great place to buy real estate. Now, when we're talking about multifamily investing, the lower the cap rate, the more affluent the area. The higher the cap rate, you might be in the hood. And it's the Bay Area. You never know what you're gonna get. Bit parade, call Jerry. Now with that being said, there's a 4-unit building I have behind me. It's actually on the market, 3608 Midvale Avenue. It brings in almost $8,000 in rents with a pro forma of over $10,000. It has parking, it has coin-op laundry, and it's separately metered. If you have questions, call Jerry.